All right, let's dive in. If you're an enterprise architect, you already know your job is all about seeing that big picture, right? The whole organization laid out. But what if you could do more than just see it? What if you could instantly understand it, ask it questions, and actually shape its future way faster than you ever thought possible? Well, that's the promise behind Vistalyn's new AI tools, and that's what we're going to break down today.
You know the feeling, right? You're staring at these huge catalogs of apps, data, all the connections. It's just a sea of information. And trying to find one specific answer, it's like looking for a needle in a haystack, a digital haystack. It's totally overwhelming, and honestly, it can bring critical decisions to a grinding halt.
And that's really the core idea behind these new AI features. They aren't just another set of tools. They represent a fundamental shift in how you can interact with your architecture. The whole point is to transform all that data noise into your most powerful, most strategic asset. Okay, so let's get into the first set of tools. The best way to think about these is as your day-to-day AI copilots. They're designed to help you with the immediate tactical stuff, the things you need to manage and understand your architecture right now. So you've got two main players here. On one hand, you have the EA assistant. Think of it as your detective. It's all about digging into the data you already have. Then, on the other hand, you've got the entity assistant. This one's more like a builder. It helps you flush out your catalogs by intelligently creating new stuff. They're really two sides of the same coin, you know? One helps you understand your world, and the other helps you build it out. So how does this EA assistant actually work in practice? It's honestly as simple as this. You just ask a question in plain English, like you were talking to a colleague. You don't need any complex code or special search terms. You just ask, and the AI gets to work. The real magic is what's happening behind the scenes. The assistant is scanning your entire architectural model, every entity, every relationship, to find exactly what you're looking for. The key takeaway here is that combination of speed and simplicity. It turns what could have been a really time-consuming manual search into something that happens in an instant. Now let's switch over to its partner, the entity assistant. Let's say you're trying to build out your application catalog from scratch or just fill in some gaps. Instead of a blank page, you just follow these simple steps. You pick the catalog, say applications, tell the AI how many new items you're looking for, and boom, it gives you a bunch of relevant suggestions based on your industry. It's a huge time saver for building a really complete model. So we've gone from just asking simple questions and filling out data to something a whole lot more powerful, intelligent analysis. This is where the AI starts to help you make those really tough, important decisions about your application portfolio. Imagine you log in and you see this, a score of 85% next to one of your most important applications. What does that even mean? Is 85% good? Is it bad? This number is an AI-generated insight, and it's designed to make you ask exactly that kind of question. Well, it's called the Application Business Fit Score. And what's so cool about this is that the AI isn't just looking at your own internal data. It's actually using industry best practices to figure out how critical that application is for your core business operations. This gives you a really objective way to start prioritizing and rationalizing your entire portfolio. This is a classic problem for every enterprise architect. Over the years, companies just collect applications. You end up with multiple apps that do basically the same thing. This creates waste, complexity, and even security risks. So how on earth do you find them all? This is where the functional rationalization tool comes in, and it's a game changer. You can ask it to find all the applications related to a specific function, say customer relationship management. The AI chews through your catalog and gives you a list just like this, all sorted by probability. And just like that, it's crystal clear. CRM, Pro, Salesforce, yeah, those are your main players. But that legacy contact list down at 45%, that's your red flag. That's a prime candidate for retirement, which directly translates into saving money and simplifying your whole tech stack. Okay, we've covered the tactical queries and the portfolio analysis. Now we get to the really exciting part. This is about moving from analysis to building a concrete, actionable, strategic plan for the future. Meet the EA consultant. Its job is basically to act like a senior strategic partner. It looks beyond just one application or one data point. It analyzes the structure of your entire enterprise architecture, your catalogs, your data fields, how everything connects, to figure out what your organization is truly capable of doing. And here's how it actually builds your roadmap. First, it looks at your data model as it exists today and figures out which EA use cases you can actually achieve right now.
Then it does a deep dive into that model structure. And finally, and this is the best part, it doesn't just give you a high-level recommendation. It generates actual step-by-step guides to help you get it done. It's the bridge from knowing where you are to knowing what to do next. So, when you put all these tools together, what's the big picture here? What's the real advantage of weaving this kind of AI into your enterprise architecture practice?
It really boils down to these four things. With the EA Assistant, you get instant answers. You get smarter, data-driven analysis for things like portfolio rationalization. You get automated data population to build out your models way faster. And, maybe most importantly, you get real, genuine strategic foresight from the EA consultant. It's pretty much a full-stack upgrade for the modern architect.
And that's really the question this technology leaves you with. When you can finally move past the tedious, manual work of just maintaining your architecture and start using it for intelligent analysis and strategic planning, well, the possibilities just explode. The question is no longer just what we have, but where do we want to go?